Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, Ada Illuminati, Planet 1 satellites. I've just head-patted the gas giant. And this world is cursed, clearly. We're just gonna leave it. Clearly it was a sign. We weren't meant to be there. I was even risking so much just showing up there as I did, but this Crimson world, it had some potential for us. Last three weathers, there's a little bit of danger. We have some bio-life forms that we might be able to scoop up. Let's land in a safe location. They are scooting across that terrain. Some of them are slower, so there is that. Excuse me? How dare you not pick that up? They are flying. And they are not the ones for us. Okay. Those go faster than the lander. That's, No, we'll just leave them behind. The Selenic world that will blind me. I could use some more practice with the surface of these worlds, I suppose. Given what happened last time. With the losses of 11 crew. Okay, where was the final planet? You can come along with me. Was it down from here? Yes. Oh, close. Here was our last visit. Say hello to the gas giant. Greetings. Wouldn't want you to feel left out. Here you go. Have some fun interactions. And move on. Is that a radioactive world up there? I think so. Poking at this Crimson world? Nah. Think I'm good on that one, chummer? A noble world for us. Looks pretty delicious to me. Get ourselves landed all good and proper. Go for a cruise. I really do like these noble worlds. They consume so little fuel. It's great stuff. Do a second landing to scoop up the rest of these noble gases. We filled up a storage container and a half. A storage bay, a storage unit. And have thus far avoided losing all of the planet landers, so huzzah. How is the manifest? Okay. 456 biodata. 3737 in free space. No precious. But 13 Zo crystals. That's where it's at, baby. Oh, look at it. It's perfectly safe. The gravity isn't even bad. Oh. Yes. I've got the joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Down in my heart. I've got the joy down in my heart. Down in my heart. Today. I would have paid twice the fuel for this. This delicious bounty. I mean, I know I'm suited up for a long trip, but... So radioactives? I gotta support all my children that I'm going to have with resource units. They all need their own cruisers. I gotta leave time for a lot of Melnorme chit-chat. So I'm gonna go for Delta Illuminati before hitting up Alpha Illuminati. It'd be some shit if there wasn't actually any Melnorme there. That was dead wrong. Like, well, that's awkward. Last episode hasn't published yet, so there would be time for me to edit the ending. Oops, scrub that up, scrub that up, scrub that up. Don't mind me, Spathy. Just gonna tap this world. Don't mind me, Spathy. Just gonna untap this world. And end my turn. Alright, yeah. I figured that was gonna happen.
Hello, Hunam. What would you like to threaten me about today? Look, can we keep this as a secret?
Yeah. It's our secret. Don't worry about it. Hundreds of people aren't watching you right now. It's fine. Oh my. This is a busy place. This gas giant right here, sweltering. Is that a Pellusive world? I think so. A price may be paid for these Zo crystals. — 13 of them, though. Yeah! Yeah! Delicious. This blinding world. Don't think I'm paying that price. Nah, I'm good. Goodbye. A little toasty around these parts. Nah, I think that small orb of precious can stay right the fuck down there. Excuse me. Just gotta come over here to see that this plan will be no good. Oh yeah, There's a planet out here I missed somewhere. Oh, hey! I actually caught that. Delightful. How scorching hot is this? Yeah, it's not too bad. Just, not worth a damn. A gas giant and its one rendered satellite. Seems reasonable enough. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Over to you. The treasure world. Yeah, I think we can, I think we'll accept the risk. We accept all charges. Slight amounts of heat on this world. We'll do what we must. These blobs, I don't know whether these are worth a damn. Yeah, I think we're here for the gold. Platinum. Silver. I don't think I'm gonna do another landing on this world, so we'll grab the rest of the biodata. Fill up. Done and dusted. Delta Illuminati. Alpha Illuminati has been locked in. Let's visit this giant star. While the orb trails behind us. Indeed, Melnorme are here, and I look forward to seeing how many of these worlds I can reasonably land upon without spontaneously combusting. It's not a good sign, but, you know, this is a magma world. Class 8 tectonics, eh? Nay. Come to Papa. Ugh, A pellucid world that doesn't even have any prizes. The temperature, though, notable, even this far away. In our next visit, we have this magma world. Yeah, we sure do. Alright, Planet 4. Let me have it. Yeah. Yeah. Class 7 weather. On top of... Yeah. This lander has no chance in hell. You know, at least Alpha Centauri had risks worth taking. How bad do you think 1686 is in Class 7 weather? How bad? How bad could it be? I mean... No. No. I don't think I would even have control of my lander. Okay, you. Planet 2. Hydrocarbon world? Yeah. Uh-huh. You know, part of me is tempted to cut out this entire system exploration, but I want you all to get the authentic gameplay experience, while also cutting out some of the planet travel, and the system travel too. Inter and intra-system travel, there we go. Anyway, yeah, even with planet lander upgrades, there's a whole lot of scary numbers over there that I don't think... No. The Illuminati truly are more of a terrifying foe than Centauri. Where was the world? Yeah! Damn, I get to visit all the worlds before I have a chat with the Melnorme. Not that... You know what? This world I could technically land upon. Class 5 tectonics and that temperature is gonna be a no. But I could do it. Alright, Melnorme. Remember, you all were warned. Assuming you didn't skip the warning.
How nice to see you again, Captain. Before we go on, I have a small announcement. As you may know, in our travels throughout the galaxy, we Melnorme have found many strange and interesting alien artifacts. One of these devices is the Metacron, a kind of trans-time alarm system. In a nutshell, it warns me of future dangers by predicting its own demise, which is most likely linked to my own well-being since I keep it under my pillow. The unit is a small pyramid, and when all is well, white in color. But if we are proceeding along a timeline, which will eventually result in the destruction of the Metacron, the unit slowly darkens. Presumably, it will be destroyed at the same time as it turns completely black. When we first entered this region of space, the Metacron was white. Now, it is light gray. At its present rate of change, something will destroy the Metacron in the early part of the year 2159. In order to avoid this unpleasantness, we may be leaving just before this time, so if you have business you wish to conduct with us, I suggest you do so before January 2159, or February at the latest. Now, what can we do for you today?
Wasn't that some delightful information provided to us at no charge? That wasn't altruism, of course. The Melnorme just want to make sure that we are apprised of how long we have to make deals with them before, well, we perhaps no longer are able to make deals with them. Write that down in your notebooks, everyone. You got those, right, for this class? I'm sure you got it. Hi, Future Grimith here. I'm cutting in to talk about what we just heard the Trade Master say. First off, yes, there is a time limit to the Ur-Quan Masters. The Melnorme volunteer this information in the PC version, but there's no recorded audio of it, so that spot of help falls by the wayside.
What Grimith? How did we hear the Metacron words spoken?
All of the Melnorme lines were redone by Soul Reaver, primarily to make these adjustments on the bottom left of your screen. You can pause a YouTube video and read.
Oh, Grimith, I'm doing a raid right now.
You'll figure it out. The patched dialogue is included as an option with the Megamod. I'll provide more info for you. In Soul Reaver's own words, there on the right side of your screen. Hell, I'll even link a relevant YouTube channel in the video description. I'll also include this partial image of Soul Reaver requesting Audacity aid for doing these dialogue recordings. Use the search engine yourself if you want to dig up more information. Though, do note, if you really don't like the Melnorme voice, you're gonna be hearing it with a separate alien faction. I've not heard it myself, so we'll figure it out together as a family. Now, take all my information with a full measure of cynicism. After all, I used to have a fan-created TV tropes page, and on that fan-created TV tropes page was a little bit about my know-how of the Ur-Quan Masters. All right? All right. Let's enshroud you in darkness now, and get back to the dialogue. I have some items I would like to sell.
What would you like to sell, Captain?
I have some data on alien life forms.
The 462 units of biological data we downloaded from your ship earn you 924 credits.
Yeah. I would like to make some purchases, Trade Master.
What trade items would you like to buy today?
Now, we could purchase new technology, and the tech tree, as it is linear, where you have to buy all of the options as they are presented in order. And you can't get the later stuff until you get the earlier stuff. That's how a linear tech tree works. But we're not going to be heading back to Seoul for a bit. Let's keep our notebooks out. Let's buy some information. After all, we really need to give the Melnorme time to... I was going to say breathe, but maybe that doesn't happen. We'd have to pay too much for that information.
As you know, in our many centuries of star trading, we Melnorme have come to learn much about what happens in our galaxy, both now and in the ancient past. We have also kept records on the diverse alien races in your region of space. We will share this crucial knowledge with you for a fee of 75 credits per informative fact. No refunds.
There is no in-game journal. However, you do have save and load. So, hopefully you could load back to a time before you have these interactions. Oh. Of course, in the year of our Lord 2025, I could always just reference my earlier videos. Or my helpful viewers. I wish to buy information about current events, like the tech tree. These are also purchased sequentially. As in, you will go through a set list of current events, set list of alien races, set list of historical information. I believe that is how the whole thing works.
While you probably believe that the Shufixti are extinct, having caused their sun to flare with a device identical to the Utwig superbomb, the truth is not so simple. There yet exists a chance to resuscitate this meta-marsupial species, though it will not be easy. The problem at hand seems simple. Bring together two Shufixti of different sexes, and the carnal gymnastics proceed. Given the short gestation and maturation time of the Shufixti, you will have thousands of the creatures in 10 years and millions in 20. Finding a male of the species is easier than fluff. Simply visit the Shufixti's blasted star system at Delta Borno. Captain Tanaka, or its sibling Katana, shall greet you on your arrival. A warning. These warriors are old and fly in barely functional ships. If they mistakenly identify you as the enemy, do not return fire. Retreat, and try to talk with them on their own level. The females of the species will be more difficult to obtain. The only supply of such remaining in the galaxy is at Alpha Cherenkov 1, included as part of Admiral Zex's bizarre and beloved menagerie. Fortunately for you, Captain Zex is considered, well, perverse by his fellow books. This is because Zex actually enjoys the presence of human beings. To acquire the Shafixty females, you will have to appease Zex, because I fear killing him will be virtually impossible due to his exceptional battle skills and the huge personal fleet he possesses.
So for 75 credits, which ain't that much biodata, just one trip along current events has given us so much. Pay to win, really. The Melnorme here, the fixers of this galaxy. We have learned about the Shofixty. We have learned about the device they use to blow up their sun, which apparently is similar to an Outwig device. We've learned about living Shofixty males and how to interact with them. We've learned about living Shofixty females and where we could find them. We learned about details of the person having the Shofixty females. We've learned about how powerful that person is, and we've learned about the Vox. Well, they would find us abhorrent, but not the person who holds the Shofixty females. Bam! Wow. Incredible. Is that immediately actionable? Oh, I mean, we could just churn in ahead right there, Alpha Cherenkov, and see what's up. Yeah. What else can we purchase here in Pay to Win?
The Ur-Quan are presently at war with a race called the Core R. They are fighting within a large spherical region of space centered around the Craterus star group. Although it is probably too early to tell, it would appear that the Core R are winning.
So, much smaller note there. The Ur-Quan, the massive juggernaut force that assembled these combat thralls and crushed the Alliance of Free Stars, they're fighting someone else. And as far as the Master Trader can determine, the Ur-Quan are losing. That's probably not good for us. But is probably affording us the opportunity to do all these wild things because the Ur-Quan are distracted. Hit me again.
No doubt you are familiar with an alien race called the Umga, who live in the Orionis constellation. While they are renowned for their potent and often cruel sense of humor, they have outdone themselves in recent years. Specifically, they have used an unusual hyperwave caster to impersonate the Ilrath gods Doga and Kazon. When the Ilrath began tuning into the voices of their gods on their hyperwave receivers, their priest caste was understandably skeptical and counseled their many followers to ignore the blasphemous signals. However, in a surprise move, the majority of the Ilrath then rose up and slaughtered the entire priest caste. Their reasons for this ghastly move included overtaxation, lack of quality death and ceremony, and the general feeling that the priests had made Doga and Kazon's pronouncements overly complex. As a side note, should you ever find yourself in possession of a caster similar to the Umgas, be aware that you may use it to summon us from any point in hyperspace.
Okay, so it's not new for us that Dogar and Kazon might be a hoax, or at least recent broadcasts and transmissions from them may be a hoax. The Bakunk shared this knowledge with us. but we were given more explicit information on how, maybe we could do something with it. And that's the Unga, these tricksters, who also got the Spathy to be combat thralls. The Unga are behind all this. Furthermore, if we acquire one of these casters, we can call the Melnorme, and they'll show up. Hit me again!
As you know, there are weaknesses in the division between dimensions. For example, your vessel uses such weaknesses to enter hyperspace. However, there are other weak spots in the galaxy which lead to yet different dimensions. One such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Columbae constellations.
Run that back.
One such portal exists nearby, between the Chandrasekhar and Columbae constellations. The portal opens only a short time each month, starting on the 17th. Since we have never entered the portal, we can give no more information on this subject.
Chandrasekhar and Columbae constellations. A portal opening for a short time on the 17th of each month. Possibly the Pakunk information we received? Yeah, perhaps that intermeshes, Grimace says, knowing full well what the fuck he's talking about. Hit me again! We could get 4 technologies with this, but no, keep it rolling, baby.
As you are probably aware, Ur-Quan starships, you call them dreadnoughts, I believe, possess effective self-annihilation circuits which prevent other races from reverse engineering Ur-Quan technological secrets. However, we have become aware of a shipwrecked dreadnought which has remained largely intact. You will find the remains of the ship on the surface of a blue world orbiting Alpha Pavonis. We suspect you will find at least one item of interest there, possibly 2.
How thoughtful for the Melnorme to not loot this. So, the Melnorme are like, hey, the Ur-Quan, they don't let their stuff get looted. It self-destructs. A dreadnought failed to self-destruct. Go here, and you may find something that you could find crucial. Yeah. Okay. I'm already here and sunk in this, and I don't actually remember where the rest of the current event information goes. So what the hell? Let's get the rest of it.
You may have noticed the presence of
an
increasingly large number of red probe vessels which move with great speed and attack relentlessly. We are sorry to say that this is our catalog item 2418B. Do not blame us. We are not responsible for this violent folly. The product is not being used in a correct manner. Should you wish to confront the actual wrongdoers, we suggest you search the planets in Beta Corvi for the probes' owners.
How could I forget about that? That was explicit information that I figured to be getting as part of this expedition. And then that's I think, I don't know, it was like, oh, it's probably like in the useful data on alien races section. Info and current events. Yeah. All right. Let's just bleed the rest of the current events info dry. Keep writing.
Not more than 50 years ago, the Druge were informed by the now extinct Bervixese race of a powerful alien nation called the Utwig. The Utwig, the Bervixese explained, were pleasant, sophisticated creatures, but they were also terminally depressed and often spoke about ending their lives by activating a super weapon, some kind of gigantic bomb, which they had found on one of their worlds. Zeta Hyades 6b, I think it was. The Druge recognized the description of the bomb as a precursor planeteering tool, which indeed was an explosive device of unrivaled power, and they set out to make it their own. Through the revolting, criminal, insidious Druge rarely leave their sphere of influence, it encompasses Algol, Almagest, and the Persei stars, they made a special trip on this occasion to the Accolade constellation, where they made contact with the Utwig. There is a device commonly known as the Ur-Quan. Is it now in your possession? Ah, I see. The Druge sold this device to the Utwig, explaining that it was a precursor personal magnifier, which would enrich the lives of their entire culture in too many ways to describe specifically. The Utwig, I am sorry to say, fell for the Druge's foul ruse and snapped up the Ur-Quan immediately. Fortunately for us all, the Utwig did not pay the Druge's requested price, the super bomb, and instead gave them a collection of historical oddments and genuine artifacts, which to this day the Druge are trying to unload on unwary buyers.
I want to make clear, before I say anything else, that we have no item of the sort. Ah, I see. We told them the answer, clearly. Also, we've learned about the Druge, their dastardly ways. We learned about the Utwig and their deeply depressed ways. We learned about the Ur-Quan. We learned about powerful precursor explosive technology. Also learned that the Druge have a collection now of historical oddments and artifacts that they may seek to unload upon unsuspecting buyers. One more time.
The Utwig, who live in the Accolade constellation, have grown very depressed of late. They accidentally broke the supposed Ur-Quan sold to them by the felonious Druge. As a consequence, they are morose and melancholic, and will probably be unwilling to help you fight the Ur-Quan. If you wish to gain them as allies, we recommend that you acquire the broken Ur-Quan, as if it ever worked, and find some suitable replacement parts. Our information indicates that you can find these items in 3 different places. A rosy sphere at the Druge Trade World, an aqua helix somewhere in Thrudush space, and a clear spindle, which is currently in the possession of the Pekunk. Captain, that was the last current event we have for sale.
Okay. No more current pieces of information. That was 8. Yes. Learned so much there at the end. The Utwig are deeply morose and despondent because their Ur-Quan broke, as if it ever worked. To fix the Ur-Quan so that we may acquire the Utwig as allies against the Ur-Quan, we need to acquisite 3 parts. One of them a rosy sphere in Druge land. One of them an aqua helix in Thrudush space. The third one we actually have already. The clear spindle provided to us by the Pekunk. It is 1/3 of what is required to repair the Ur-Quan. Very good. I'm done buying information.
What else would you like to buy?
We could have leveraged those credits to buying more techs, and indeed some of them would have improved our planet landers. The 2 techs that I'm going to be able to buy right now will not be improving our planet landers.
Investment! Ah yes, you are so right. These technological breakthroughs don't cost you credit, they earn you credit. Of course, there is an initial charge, but each technological system item is guaranteed to be useful for something important, somewhere in the galaxy, at some point in the future. All technologies cost 150 credits. The technology we are now offering includes plans for building blaster weapons, twice as powerful as your ion bolt guns.
The ion bolt guns I definitely have upon the flagship. Yeah, we'll grab that.
Please remember that these weapons consume energy from your combat batteries faster than your familiar ion bolt guns. You may wish to compensate for this by building additional dynamo modules for your flagship. Technology we are now offering includes specifications for constructing modifications to your planet landers, which will double their speed.
What? This is number 2? Hey! Alright! Alright, I thought I was actually going to lose out on this one. By pursuing the rest of current events. Yeah, I'll go zoomies. Absolutely, I'll have to get used to it.
Ah yes, speed. An excellent choice for the relentless hunter, and craven coward as well. These modifications are simple enough to be put in place immediately. Your landers should be properly equipped in no time. The technology we are now offering includes details on how to add point defense laser defense systems to your flagship.
I have no. Again, we would have to go back to the Starbase at Sol to get these modifications. There is an argument to be made for pursuing the tech, because that tech includes lander upgrades, which help you acquire more biodata quicker, which in turn helps you come back here to get more stuff. But current events, that's more interesting. That gets the Melnorme chatting more. And I've done such a great job with planet landers anyway. I mean, crew, I don't need them to survive easier. Look at all these cruisers I have, full of crew. With 24 credits, we're out of here.
What else would you like to buy?
I shall be leaving now.
It has been a pleasure dealing with you, Captain. We look forward to your next visit.
I bet you do. Whew. Let's open up the star map now. Now, nothing has changed. I was wondering whether it would update based on the information I have received. Indeed, there is a new change in Homeworlds. Okay. So, let's use our cursor here, because I actually have a sense of where I want to look. Persei stars are over here. The Druge dwell within here, and they were mentioned. They are a topic, a faction of interest. If we go to maps here, this War Era map from 2133, that's going to be them. Now, this known homeworld is something that we could use the star search to punch in. It's Beta Corvi. Yeah. We're gonna want to head all the way up there. But that's not all that was mentioned. I should have just pressed escape out of that. Let's move our cursor all the way back up there. We work our way down. We're gonna find Alpha Pavanis. And we have an interest there because we want to find this failed to self-destruct Ur-Quan dreadnought. Furthermore, down here you'll find the Chandrasekhar and the Columbe constellations. And there is a point of interest between these two. Okay. We have a lot of actionable intel, and I have 219 units of fuel. And I believe it has been made clear. Why is that Spathy name up there? What happened? Don't do that. That's weird. Believe I made clear that, maybe we weren't just out here for the Spathy and the Zokfot pick. But maybe we were never out here for them at all. There are so many stars ahead of us, and with how choosy I'm being, we've got plenty of fuel for the trip. And also, our planet landers go fast! It's gonna be great. But to see those impacts and more, you should wait until next time. I mean, the Spathy homeworld is right here. How could I possibly turn off? How could I just go to other stars and trail off toward the top left corner? How could Grimith do that? Quite simply. But also, you can't trust anything in this world anymore. Megamod! I'll talk to you all later.